I am out at the Still at Tachi Palace Casino Resort in Lemoore, and got a little bit of a crowd building up out here. We got some folks who decided to come out and participate in Whiskey Wednesdays, and I am very excited about that. I'm also excited because we're going to do some California whiskey flights tonight, which I'm really looking forward to, although I have to admit, starting with one I'm partial to, a little Lefroy 10-year, it'll set the mood, man. So, like I've said, the Still is at Tachi Palace Casino Resort. If you come into the hotel and you just hang a right at the lobby, like you're headed back to the coffee shop or the pool, you can't miss it. It is a spectacular whiskey and cigar lounge, 450 bottles. And I'll grab a couple pictures of the cases that they use. They are, well, it's the coolest looking high security storage I've ever seen. They've got some really exceptional bottles out here. And I'm looking forward to trying a few more tonight. Love for you to come out, hang out with me, and try a few yourself. And join the Whiskey Club. I was talking with Jay Yates, food and beverage director for Tachi, and he was telling me that they're doing good on signups. Folks are getting into it. They had a party out here earlier that was doing flights and doing it on the cheap because they already signed up for the Whiskey Club. It's free to join, and it takes effect as soon as you hand that postcard back over. Got some of the guys from Cigar Mas Fino coming out. I'm excited about that too. I don't know if I'm going to drag you outside and make you watch me smoke an entire cigar, but we'll definitely spend a couple of minutes talking about how you curate a selection of cigars to go with such a diverse collection of whiskey. Because at a certain point, unless you're going to build an entire cigar shop, you got to be a little bit selective about what you're going to put out here. So we'll talk about that with the guys from Cigar Mas Fino. But I am at Tachi Palace Casino Resort in Lemoore. At the Still, they got the game on. You can probably hear it in the background. And looking forward to just hanging out and talking about something other than politics today. But on that, just real quickly, we're having a hell of a national conversation right now, and it's a testament to Charlie Kirk's influence, his relevance, that this has endured. It's not a happy making thing, but there's a lot that happens in this country every week. And this has really dominated the news cycle. And there's people coming from a lot of different perspectives. There's people who didn't agree with Kirk at all, who didn't think that he was a force for good. And there's people who loved the guy and who thought that he had answers that humanity needed to hear. And the entire spectrum in between. What's remarkable about you guys has been the way that we've been able to talk about this. There's a lot of conspiracy theories. There's a lot of misunderstandings. There's still a lot of information that just hasn't been made available yet because they're still trying to figure out what the hell happened. More folks wandering in. And we spent a lot of time talking about Charlie Kirk this week. And then the news that Jimmy Kimmel had been cut loose by ABC Disney. And even in that, there's a lot of emotion. I don't think that Brendan Carr did the administration any favors popping off the way that he did about the comments made by Kimmel and his utterly understandable personal distaste for that behavior. So thank you to everybody who picked up the phone today. I only received one email that was in any way terse. And even that I appreciate. It wasn't vulgar. It wasn't abusive. It was just somebody who strongly disagreed with me and wanted to say so. And I won't belabor the point, but to say that I'm really, really proud to be a part of something where we can talk about this stuff compassionately and intelligently, and with that nuanced understanding that we don't have all the answers yet. We don't know exactly. We don't know exactly what the hell happened. In the case of Kimmel, I think it's pretty clear what happened. But even in that, there'll be a lot of rumors and speculation and innuendo in the days to come. And I'm so thrilled that we can talk about this stuff in a way that is conducive to understanding and to loving and respecting our fellow Americans. even when sometimes that love and respect is an exercise in self-discipline. But we're not going to do a whole lot of politics. Actually, we're not going to do any more politics tonight. I've got a great group of people here. Jay Yates, food and beverage director for Tachi's out here. Steve Barra from the Cumulus Fresno team is out here. Folks trickling in, placing their orders, signing up for the Whiskey Club. I literally just saw another card get filled out, and it's free to join. You got to be 21. You know this. It's a whiskey and cigar lounge. You can't bring the kids, but come on out, smoke a cigar, have a drink, have a good time. That's exactly what I'm going to be doing tonight at Tachi Palace Casino Resort in Lemoore. Very excited to see you out here. And if you can't make it tonight, I understand. It's a Wednesday. If you can't make it tonight, put it on the calendar. If you're a whiskey drinker, if you're a cigar smoker, if you're somebody who wants to partake of the finer things, this is an exceptional environment to do it in. They're building the place up, 450 bottles to choose from, an incredible selection of cigars curated by Cigar Moschino. We'll talk about that some more. And tonight, we're going to be doing California whiskeys. I'm excited to tell you about what we find. So stick around. I will sign back on. I'm not going to make you guys sit there and watch me drink a whiskey and stare off into space for 10 minutes. But I'm looking forward to tapping back in. And if you guys want to join in, if you want to be a part of the conversation, let me see. There is a feature on this. Yeah, you can even jump in the comments section. If you've got questions, if you've got comments, I'll do my best to answer them. Again, I left my omniscience at home today, but I am more than happy to ask the folks here at Tachi. And I'm also looking forward to bragging about the cigars and whiskey I get to try tonight. Come on out to the Still, Tachi Palace Casino Resort in Lemoore. Join the Whiskey Club. Again, totally free to sign up for that. You're going to get discounts that are going to make all the difference in the world in how you partake. And a spectacular hotel, a bunch of remodeled rooms. I got one with that cool glass that you flip a switch and it goes from being clear to being opaque. I don't know why that amuses me as much as it does, but it does. So more to come from the Still. I'm Philip Teresi for KMJ. Thanks for hanging out with me this evening.